Women get to standing on that corner, it's a goal. He been having shivers when we see him leaving froze. Gangsters made my circle disrespect me to the most. So we could pull up on your block with big ass shells like Mario. See, I would hate to have to send another message through a ghost. Flame on like I'm Johnny, bet they feel me through the floor. And the gang like I'm John Gotti, I ain't even trying to boast. I love my niggas, but my niggas do the most. We don't want no problems, come from mine, and we ain't gon' take one. Ain't no playing bitch, don't fix your mouth to go insane. Pistol on my hip, we driving around like Jason Statham. It's just me, myself, and I keep a stick, but still won't say much. They know I love them, but my niggas do the most. This shit get iffy, they gon' knock you out the scope. I can't control them boys doing what they want. My niggas dangerous, leave you floating like a boat. He keep talking shit, he better pray to make you safe. Streets gon' eat you up, and now we got another victim. I've been trying to send a better message to my niggas, but I can't lie, if niggas try me, I'ma slither. But put this money first, ain't gotta die tonight. Get up with happens and just soul up if you try. Just wanna smoke out while I cruise under the lights. The only thing that ever bring me peace of mind. Women get to standing on that corner, it's a goal. He been having shivers when we see him leaving froze. Gangsters made my circle disrespect me to the most. So we could pull up on your block with big ass shells like Mario. See, I would hate to have to send another message through a ghost. Flame on like I'm Johnny, bet they feel me through the floor. And the gang like I'm John Gotti, I ain't even trying to boast. I love my niggas, but my niggas do the most. I got big dog status, boy, don't play with me. Keep a Glock when I side out, might go and hit your favorite team. We can't trust nobody, this shit strictly for the major leagues. 1400 cross my jersey, big ass H's, Lisa 100 faces, please. Buy my mama a brand new house. Let my kids jump all over the couch. Tell the homies pull up for the clouds. Turn my music up way too loud. I feel just like Sway cause I don't got the answers. But I ain't quit, I know that shit done up my chances. I held it down, waited my turn and watched them panic. We lost it all and got it back just like we planned it. Put this money first, ain't gotta die tonight. Get up with happens and just soul up if you try. Just wanna smoke out while I cruise under the lights. The only thing that ever bring me peace of mind. Women get to standing on that corner, it's a goal. He been having shivers when we see him leaving froze. Gangsters made my circle disrespect me to the most. So we could pull up on your block with big ass shells like Mario. See, I would hate to have to send another message through a ghost. Flame on like I'm Johnny, bet they feel me through the floor. And the gang like I'm John Gotti, I ain't even trying to boast. I love my niggas, but my niggas do the most. Women get to standing on that corner, it's a goal. He been having shivers when we see him leaving froze. Gangsters made my circle disrespect me to the most. So we could pull up on your block with big ass shells like Mario. See, I would hate to have to send another message through a ghost. Flame on like I'm Johnny, bet they feel me through the floor. And the gang like I'm John Gotti, I ain't even trying to boast. I love my niggas, but my niggas do the most. We don't want no problems, come from mine, and we ain't gon' take one. Ain't no playing bitch, don't fix your mouth to go insane.
Okay, we're back. All right, we had some issues, but we are back. We are back, we are back, we are back, and we're back to humble this game. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. do this new game again, huh?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end.
Alright, we've been through this. Yeah, give me more.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it.
Hey, little pup.
No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
I guess, yeah, it would be problematic.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
You are giving me zero information to go on, my boy. As a matter of fact, you keep putting space between me and the questions I'm asking you, my nigga. You're not really, I mean, you seem like you dodging. What happens if she gets out? Then I want the specifics. Pacifics, man, nigga. Give me the Pacifics.
The more
all the way from
specifics
the
you have,
ocean, my nigga.
the harder it will be for you to do this.
Look, the
very
nigga ain't never
important
answering no
job.
questions directly.
She's a princess.
Hey, yo.
People will listen
Word
to
to
her
Crip.
because
Worry
listening
about
to her
niggas like
is
this,
in
you
their
hear me?
nature.
Niggas
And
who
when
don't
they
answer your
do,
questions directly be
everything
dodging,
will come
ducking and
crashing
dodging.
down.
My nigga jigging and shigging and shit. Nah, don't trust these niggas, man.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the camp.
Hey. What are you doing? Go to bed. Hey, you can't act crazy on stream 2 nights in a row, man. You can't. It's just not cool. What do we do? Silently continue to have and turn around
Seriously?
and leave.
You're just going to turn around?
Do you even know where you're going? Okay, fine. Yes, I'm definitely know where I'm... Nope, the only thing that matters is where I'm not going. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Okay. Alright.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Yeah, my nigga, I mean...
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path
you bitch-ass niggas.
also leads to the cabin.
Oh, you bitch-ass niggas.
Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still
You
be saved after all.
bitch-ass niggas. Damn! You got me! Woo! Oh, I wish it was a nigga here I could punch in the face right quick. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna have to beat somebody up. Okay. Turn around and leave. Turn around again and
You're
leave.
really keen
Again.
on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like,
Here you are
dies,
narrating,
dies.
yet not here you are
Forever.
doing my job. Wild how you called me selfish, my nigga, and yet you talk from the safety of, I don't know, whatever communication form you use. As I can only hear you, and yet not see you. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly
Your
continue down the
silence
path.
is deafening.
Why, thank you, good sir.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it
Ah,
seems
you
like the
guys-
universe itself
okay,
is
this
doing
game's
its
clever,
best
I
to
like
bring
it.
you to your fated
All right.
confrontation. There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone. And here we go. as you trudge into the woods. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes, glimpses of familiar. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of
What's going on
light.
here?
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin.
Okay.
An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where
Alright,
you need to
alright.
be.
Okay. Clever. I'll give it that. Definitely clever.
Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
You have a very high opinion of yourself, good sir narrator, sir. Nobody care about you.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Okay, well, thought everyone
You're
died.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Okay, past chapter 1.
And in the basement of that cabin,
I call that
is
a
a
win. A win is a
princess.
win. Ladies and gentlemen, a win is a win.
you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
This is an interesting game. There are walls here now. I didn't even notice those until I read it. Okay. But I died. The whole world ended. What am I doing here? These walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. Yep, okay. Heading to the cabin now where I'm definitely going to slay the princess.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Because I'm playing an infinite roulette of these experiences? That's interesting. Something like that. Hey, little puppers.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. The world hasn't ended.
Be careful.
And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task
What's
ahead.
up, little dude? What's up, little dude? You have plenty of water, little dude. You just wanted some attention. You can definitely be the star of the show while I play my game. Hey, come here. Good boy. Hello. Ooh. Woohoo. Okay. I'm gonna piss him off a little bit more. Those walls weren't here last time. You
What are
can't
you
just force me to
talking
go to the
about?
cabin.
I'm sure those walls have always been there. This makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Huh.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
Narrowed my options down.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
I just realized they can't see you on the stream, Nico. And this is wrong. You are the star. You must be treated as such.
Let's keep an open mind.
You want to sit next to me, Papa? Narrowed my options. I mean, that's fair. The game is about
Cabin
going to the
interior
cabin.
is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Huh.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Okay. Got a knife on the table. A weird ass room. The dimensions all wrong. And it seems like it's overlaid on top of itself many
The
times.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Why the fuck would I throw it out the window? What a terrible concept.
No,
What a terrible...
we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that,
Ain't fair.
but when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save
I think
the
you have
entire
done a terrible
world.
job. Not you, puppers. The
But if you're
narrator.
going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose nothing? Because you're going to just ignore the stressful geometry. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing
That's
my
facts.
job. So you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Ooh, he's snippy.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay. Okay, good. Now, whenever you're ready, we'll all...
Take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the prince. Okay, fine, you
It
took
won't be
the knife.
difficult, it'll just
You really
be fucking
shouldn't hold it like that.
unpleasant. Here we go.
Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with... It really doesn't
Jesus
matter how you
Christmas.
hold the blade, as long as... Great. You keep your grip the way it is.
Keep my grip as it
Task
is.
awaits.
I'm no sucker to peer pressure. Approach
Walk up
Demira.
to the wall next to the basement door.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You
Wipe
reach
the mirror
forward
clean.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Huh.
Yes! Seriously.
I didn't mean to throw it out the window. I thought I
Throw
was
the
going
blade
down
at
the...
window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out.
Hey, it's
into
more
the
interesting
night.
this way.
I
Fuck it.
suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's
choke
the
her to
worst
death,
that happens?
throttle her.
The world ends. Been there, done that.
I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It will be much better.
What's done is done.
Now it's much better if we had a weapon. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all
Ooh,
built
I
from
like this art.
unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head
Turn the
throbbing
volume
with
up
the
here.
effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Okay.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it,
A sludge
kind
like
of
me.
indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Okay.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are
Ew.
you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Ah, big on the no
Oh,
thank
don't
you. I
be
approve.
such a baby.
I don't be such a baby.
I don't
Everybody
want
that's
to
talking
do
is
this.
Not here.
Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a... But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
What do we know?
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your... There'll still be plenty of ways.
We're gonna go to the left, right? Let's go to the left.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel.
Okay.
The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold.
I don't do cold.
Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Okay. Just repeating images? Yep. Oh, what's going on here?
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you?
What the hell
Oh.
was that? What happened to us?
Oh, that was weird. Okay.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was. Oh well,
That was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old... The princess. Eyes bright, but otherwise shrouded in darkness. Watch. And, why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost... You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you.
Try and get our bearings. She seems normal. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
And
Yeah,
do you
you're apparently a
believe
threat
that?
to the world.
Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
Okay, fair enough.
As the princess
Fair
speaks
enough.
again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter?
The voice of the contrarian.
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out
Oh, my
details if
eyes
you're
are
going to be so
killing me.
irritating about it.
Might have to switch to the living room, guys.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way... Ooh, new plan! Let's see if we can make even more of her.
No, no. I don't know what you are, but I can't regretfully think about the time you threw the blade out the window.
I don't think what I'd do really matters, does it? I
Why?
could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
Oh, a little bit, you're not
You already
helping.
know what I'm going to do.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can... I don't think we're going to be able to... Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like it certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions.
I can't, there's no option to smoke her. I just want to, you know what I mean? Pull the plug, so to speak.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Huh?
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and
That's a
nothing
good
is
point.
excruciating.
It is the same as nothing
Luckily
happening.
for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Ugh. Is this what I did?
Did you
My
do
bad.
this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart?
We should help her. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had... It's a little late for regret.
Please.
No.
she's gone. And there's that no.
I don't know how we even go about looking for her. The narrator is gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Approach the mirror.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. Then what the hell
Why
are
is
we
it awful?
supposed to do? There's something dreadful. No, he is. Does that mean the world ended? Again? I'm begging you. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Okay. It's empty. It is quiet here. Okay.
Something finds me in the long.
Attack the entity.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight.
Ooh, what are you? We cannot harm each other as we are now.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Okay.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I know only that they are. Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Oh, bitch, you gonna take over my body?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walks. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Okay, alright.
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
This is giving me Donnie Darko vibes.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Okay.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Bitch.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Oh, okay.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry.
Okay.
If you need time. You are as I am now, and forever I am not you. But I know that I would return before forever was. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you play if you close that box? Will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself, and you'll always come back to the box. Because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I see you have returned to me. Days mean nothing in the maw of forever. I never left your side.
Okay.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. She asks
All right,
that I
make me
tell you
forget.
to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting RB on your controller. Okay.
While I appreciate the mental exercise we are running up against, nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is lost. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin, unless, of course...
What?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? No, I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very...
No, I'm actually not. I don't really want the world to end or anything. But if you were to make me do it like this and not tell me anything and experience and explain anything to me, bro, I'm fucking let it burn. Viva la
That's the
revolution!
You make your way
Viva
up
la
the short
revolution.
path to the cabin. You'll a warning before she will... We're not going to ignore him. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and
No
walls
mirror.
are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
It's like it wasn't real before, like she didn't know how to make reality the way it should be before. We're gonna save, for the record.
The blade
All
is your
right.
implement.
Take
Take
the blade!
from the table.
Enter the basement. Basement, man.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering
Ew.
from the ancient wood.
I think I said a hint of
The
rot.
princess really lives here. Slaying
stop
her is
you.
probably... Her voice carries a...
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you?
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a...
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise.
What the fuck
Good
I need
luck,
the element of
hero.
surprise for? What
You
am I
walk
gonna
down
do? A
the
fist fight with a
stairs
bitch who's chained up
and
to the
lock eyes
wall?
with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the base.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
I'm worried about a pretty
You weren't
bitch.
kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Ah, yeah.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you...
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you... I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I intend to.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now,
Slay the princess!
you lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
West Side Hoover Gang, bitch, ain't
You
nobody
feel flesh
scared,
easily
bitch.
give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we did that.
this is it, isn't it?
What happened to what
almost
you could do, bitch?
embarrassed.
Yeah,
I
you
should have
should be
seen that
embarrassed. Word.
But I
I
have
would be
to
embarrassed
wonder,
after all that talk.
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's
Yes.
like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered
Gotta
on
do
her
this all
face.
over again.
But is it over? Really? Yes, exactly. It's over.
Come on, man. Stab a nigga in the chest and
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
okay.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. But that day isn't
No, it
today.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you
Oh,
find.
look at this.
Instead, what you find.
What?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry.
Hey,
You'll
yo.
be safe here. This is good.
What's done is done. This is
Hey,
what's best
yo.
for everyone. Trust me.
What?
Time
You
passes.
niggas Planet
You
Hulk
can't
me?
be sure if it's days or months.
You niggas Planet
or
Hulked
years
me?
or even decades. It's all a
Oh.
wonderful,
Vito.
boring blur. You've never been happier.
Que ya sé.
Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right? I do, but you're the blade. We can use the... I can hear everything
kill
you
yourself?
say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that...
He's right.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants the... Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it, don't
What
you
more for us to
dare.
do?
What a relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the... More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is. Not happy. Please, shake yourself out of it. The little voices plead. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning.
Happy and forever. Why the fuck does it keep going to the good ending? You did it. You saved everyone.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What?
Good, because I have an eye blade. I can hear. He's right. Do you hear?
You said that already, bro.
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade, in a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, I know this is out there, but trust me, I know that little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. If we die, you can yell at me. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you fell. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and the end. Nice knowing you.
I don't like this nigga, man. I didn't like you when I first got here, gang. I kind of want to run phase right now, you feel me? And the more you talk,
You're
the
on
more,
a path
the more I
in the
want to run
woods.
that head up. You know what I
And
mean?
at the end of that path is
Squabble
a
up, my
cabin.
nigga. Squabble
And in
up.
the basement of that cabin, you're here to slay her. My tricks? What on earth? If he doesn't remember what happened, then that's fine. Well, if for whatever reason... Those are two very different questions, but fine. Let's say for a moment, if you're back here, I'm assuming you died. Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want... And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that you're actually... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got
Or
back
you
here.
instead
Did
transported to a
time
different
simply
world entirely?
rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I don't care how, my nigga. It got
It
something to do with
doesn't
you.
matter, because
Damn
we
it.
didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you
Ooh, I like
pulled
this
on us,
voice.
maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
I agree
Just
with
stay
Cass.
focused, will you? Just be quick about it.
Okay, if anything, the world ended after I slew her. When I tried to leave, everything
That's a
was
good
gone.
point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes, maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end. But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all. You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here. And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy... Well, that's exactly what... Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use...
Who locked her in that basement?
People
is
locked
this
her in that
place?
basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I don't like you.
She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying is true. Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the
Lying
only
ass
person
nigga.
capable of doing this.
Oh,
Call it a
we
prophecy.
finna
That's
slap
all.
you out when we get with you.
I didn't know. Of course, we're... I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more This is boring. Great. Now, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
the whole world is waiting... Oh. Do you think there's something else out there? Alright. Seriously? You're just going to turn...
The only thing that matters is where we're not going.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path. That's strange. It looks like this path... Oh. That's great.
Let's go, then.
Sayer. As long as you bring that fiery attitude... Oh well.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners.
It
You
becomes
can hear
more
wind
defined as
whistling
I
outside,
repeat the
banging the
process.
shutters
It's
against
interesting.
the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Yawn.
You
Approach
walk
the
up to the
mirror.
wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin, but there was, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly,
Son
it's
of a
not even
bitch.
important enough to be acknowledged. You take the blade from the table. Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died.
We don't
You
like
certainly
you.
haven't already slain the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
What's going on with this one? Sorry, creaky wooden stairwell. Brother.
The room below
There we
is
go.
silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Go down, man.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Underneath the floor.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Oh, what's going on?
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head.
Oh, she
Wait,
a cute
this
golden
isn't
bitch.
right. What's going on here? Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Not me, I don't. Where's my
The
slide?
princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Oh, boy.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again.
I see
Wait
you
and see
brought
how
that
things
annoying
play out.
knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you...
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing
How
what's
does that
already
not
happened,
matter?
but you have a job to finish.
you at all.
Finish how? We already did what you told us, and now she's a ghost. You haven't tried
That's a good
slaying her
point.
yet this time, though, have you? And then what? And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world, if that's even still an option. What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that. I'm not going to lock you anywhere. What an interesting choice of emphasis.
Is there any way I can make it? The people who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you? Wow, there's a lot of options here. Clearly slaying you isn't going to work. What do you want? Okay, team. Out of ideas, thoughts. If you're dead, then there really isn't much for me. I guess I could slay her. I like this one. I died and I'm not floating.
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always ended up right back here. I just wanted to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face. You won't like how things play out if you...
I see. So that's how it's going to be.
Answer's no. You don't hijack my body, bitch.
I guess we'll have to fight then.
Oh, well, put your hands up, bitch.
A chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh. You turn and face her as she hovers between. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your... Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad? Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that.
I
Her
like
dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery...
But I guess you've turned me into something worse.
She forces her hand into your... Yeah? Nothing happens.
Are you sure about that?
And yet it didn't.
No.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is a horrific splintering, the squelching of organ.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed, starting with your body. If you won't...
She's real now. If she's making us dead. You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects, but it's too little, too late.
Oh no, it's not too
In her hand, you realize she... Did we? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark. You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her. again. Come on. Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick... Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
That sounds like you, my boy.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void. And then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world...
Alright. We're going to stop here. We're going to save it here. And we're going to move on. It's just an interesting game. I rarely play games like this, but I actually kind of want to see where this is going.
The first time, it sounds like it
really want to see
worked.
where this is going to go.
So how about you give it one last try?
Now, what's it called? Another... Relax and go. Okay. Okay. Alright, while I get organized, we're going to take a couple minutes break and come right back.
Women get to standing on that corner, it's a goal. He been having shivers when we see him leaving froze. Gangsters made my circle disrespect me, do the most. So we could pull up on your block with big ass shells like Mario. See, I would hate to have to send another message through a ghost. Flame on like I'm Johnny, bet they feel me through the floor. And the gang like I'm John Gotti, I ain't even trying to boast. I love my niggas, but my niggas do the most. We don't want no problems, come from mine, we gon' take one. Ain't no playing bitch, don't fix your mouth to go insane. Pistol on my hip, we driving around like Jason Statham. It's just me, myself, and I keep a stick, but still won't say much. They know I love them, but my niggas do the most. This shit get iffy, they gon' knock you out the scope. I can't control them boys doing what they want. My niggas dangerous, leave you floating like a boat. He talking shit, he better pray to make it safe. Streets gon' eat you up, and now we got another victim. I've been trying to send a better message to my niggas, but I can't lie, if niggas try me, I'ma slither. But put this money first, ain't got it, I deny. Get up with opposites and just soul up if you try. Just wanna smoke out while I cruise under the lights. The only thing that ever bring me peace of mind. get to standing on that corner, it's a go. He been having shivers when we see him leaving froze. Gangsters made my circle disrespect me to the most. So we could pull up on your block with big ass shells like Mario. See, I would hate to have to send another message through a ghost. Flame on like I'm Johnny, bet they feel me through the floor. Run the game like I'm John Gotti, I ain't even trying to boast. I love my niggas, but my niggas do the most. I got big dogs, daddies, boy, don't play with me. Keep a Glock when I sight out, might go and hit your favorite team. We can't trust nobody, this shit strictly for the major leagues. 1400 cross my jersey, big ass H's, Lisa 100 faces, please. Buy my mama a brand new house. Let my kids jump all over the couch. Tell the homies pull up for the clouds. Turn my music up way too loud. I feel just like Sway cause I don't got the answers. But I ain't quit, I know that shit turn up my chances. I held it down, waited my turn and watched them panic. We lost it all and got it back just like we planned it. Put this money first and got it I deny. Can't help what happens, send your soul up if you try. Just wanna smoke out while I cruise under the lights. The only thing that ever bring me peace of mind. Women get to standing on that corner, it's a go. He been having shivers when we see him leaving froze. Gangsters made my circle disrespect me to the most. So we could pull up on your block with big ass shells like Mario. See, I would hate to have to send another message through a ghost. Flame on like I'm Johnny, bet they feel me through the floor. Run the game like I'm John Gotti, I ain't even trying to boast. I love my niggas, but my niggas do the most. Women get to standing on that corner, it's a go. He been having shivers when we see him leaving froze. Gangsters made my circle disrespect me to the most. So we could pull up on your block with big ass shells like Mario. See, I would hate to have to send another message through a ghost. Flame on like I'm Johnny, bet they feel me through the floor. Run the game like I'm John Gotti, I ain't even trying to boast. I love my niggas, but my niggas do the most. We don't want no problems, come from mine, we ain't gon' take one. Ain't no playing bitch, don't fix your mouth to go insane. Pistol on my hip, we driving around like Jason Statham. It's just me.
Oh man.
get to standing